Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another Crypto Weekly Review from Crypto Traders Arena. Crypto. It's episode 65. And we finally had some dip. And actually, it's almost the halving. I just realized the halving is only 5 days and 8 hours away, Bitcoin halving, which is hilarious because it's going to be on 419. Can't have it not on 420 at this point. How do we slow it down a bit? It's got to be on 69 420. But apparently it's going to be on the 19th, so coming up pretty quick here, I guess. So of course probably there's some other fundamental drivers, I suppose, right now with like, I don't know, war stuff. I don't really want to get into that, but hey, Cole, how's it going, man? Good to see Cole here. And hey, everybody else, Hanya, Mercurio, Michael, Constantine, AMQ. Can't remember who AMQ is, but I think you're somebody I know, but you just have a different YouTube name, perhaps. Hello, anyway. Yeah, so anyway, Bitcoin having 419. That sounds not really good for crypto. It's got to be on 420. But hilariously, I pulled up the Bitcoin halving chart because, I mean, and we'll talk about obviously, finally we had some excitement to talk about. Let's leave it at that. I mean, the last few weeks of this show has been a little bit boring. It's kind of hard to, of course, we're trying to invest in altcoins for this show. That's sort of the overall purpose, kind of weekly chart, daily chart, cycle investing. And so it got kind of boring there when everything's ripping up to new highs. Well, that was the last excitement, was banging out doubles. And then the doubles sort of slowed down. In the last few weeks, there was nothing to buy and not too much to sell. Although, to be fair, I did sort of squeeze out some doubles here and there the whole way, even on the super shit coins. But then all of a sudden, now we got like, things changed. In my opinion, for the better, but I'm sure people are freaking out a little bit. But I pulled up the halving chart, and I just find it hilarious that, like, yeah, this red monthly candle coming in right on the halving, and really nothing looks any different about that. COVID was a little different, but of course you had a red little doji on the halving candle last time. And we had a little bit of down market into the halving the time before. And then same kind of thing over here, although it was green. It's just still kind of a dip into the halving. And then point being is, look at the other side of the halving every time. I don't know. Nothing looks different here. I kind of feel like everything's just going along as planned. Hell, the fascinating thing too is, like, I have these purple things down here, like 19 months from the bottom to the halving in this cycle, 18 months from the bottom of the halving in that cycle, and then this cycle, 18 months from the bottom was right here, and the real bottom was just like there, so it was 17 months. So almost like clockwork, the bottoms were called. So next time around, 4 years from now, I guess that is, try to pay attention 18 months before the halving to buy Bitcoin. Or even back here, it was 13 bars in this first cycle, which was a little different, but man, it's like clockwork. And then sure enough, we got a red bar right now, and we're halfway through the month, I suppose, and we got a little red bar, and this is that sort of dip. And I don't know how dippy the dip's gonna dip, but I don't see why we won't probably run up afterwards. So everything's happening like we hoped. And of course, I'm more focused on buying altcoins than not buying Bitcoin so much. And I don't think Bitcoin's anywhere near investor levels here. It'll be, only time will tell if Bitcoin does get to investor levels again here before proceeding higher. But I think the main takeaway here is, man, Bitcoin barely did anything and altcoins got destroyed. So keep that in mind. First off, and funny enough, it's still looking pretty red here today, even in altcoin land. And God, I feel like I have like several points in my head I want to make. I can't figure out which order I want to make them in. First off, first point is, Bitcoin barely even came off. So I guess we got to look at the Bitcoin chart. It didn't really come off that much, considering how bad altcoins got nailed. And so that's that dip that we've been talking about forever now that we were expecting in altcoins, and the whole point of having your bids working. And I don't know how many times I said that I was just working my bids and waiting for the dip. And every time anything that pulls back into like reload zones and previous W structure, I was going to bid on, and especially stuff I had gotten doubles off already, I was going to try to reload. And as it turns out, I see people posting some fills in there. Well, Paul is. And I know well, I personally had at least over 50 fills. I quickly counted here a minute ago since Friday. And that's not all on 50 different names. Some of those, because I do like to nibble my way in at multiple levels, but I had 50 plus orders filled. So I'm in the process of buying altcoins, which is exactly what I said I was going to do. So at least if anything, I did that. And I hope to I hope to keep buying, actually. And I do think lower prices are still a really good possibility. So I'm not trying to say I'm calling the bottom here, but if you don't step up and buy at opportune moments, you might miss it. And so that was cool. And I know that other people, a lot of people were saying they got lots of fills. And I know the Road to Financial Freedom plan, which is this show is based around our simple top 100 or so market cap altcoin investment plan, which is just buying quality levels, good trade location. And so I would expect us to have gotten fills. And so I think we got at least 14 or so. I think those are in the chat right there. That looks like more than 14. So Miku and Paul will update that spreadsheet, and Paul will actually explain what's going on with that today, I'm sure. But should have been getting some buys filled, and really, if any fills we got, we should pull up the charts and see that those are in really nice levels, because we aren't chasing the markets at all here. So we patiently waited, and it looks like we got rewarded, and like now it's just a question of how much lower do we go. I still think there's a lot of dips. And then again, reminding you, we'll look at Bitcoin here in a minute, but Bitcoin barely rolled over, is still threatening to roll over. And if it dips deeper, what's going to happen? What's going to happen to the rest of these things? They're going to come much lower. So go slowly. Like, I'm pretty comfortable with my approach to like nibbling in. So I'm totally not worried about lower prices after my fills that I just got. It's totally fine with me. And funny enough, I was teaching a class on Friday when my alerts started firing and the market started dumping, the first sort of Bitcoin dump. And it was, it was like you could almost feel a little bit of panic already among like the group and some of the students, and just not panic, like run for that, but like that sort of emotional occurrence that all humans deal. Like, that's the thing, is when you see those red candles, everybody shits their pants and freaks out and usually panic sells. And ironically, I was literally talking about weekly chart investing while, like, I was literally explaining this approach in class when like those bids start getting filled, which was hilarious. And it was on like horrible news about war and stuff, and I don't even know the details. But the point is that I just want to remind people is, we've made 65 of these shows, and for 65 weeks we've shown the plan every week, and nowhere in that plan does it say we're going to panic sell the lows when a bloody day happens. Like, it's the exact opposite. We have a plan that's going to ride this stuff. It's basically ride it to zero or ride it into Valhalla or whatever you want to call it. So there really is nothing, there's no change to that plan. So I know some people were worried and they wanted to maybe start selling their free positions or like start liquidating. Do what you're going to do, but just remember, that's not the plan that we're following. I'm not saying you have to follow our plans. But this is a buying opportunity, not a selling opportunity. So we should be happy. This is my point. Well, you should be happy to buy. I'm thrilled to be able to allocate some capital out in the markets here. So hopefully, I know a lot of you are on that page. if you're not on that page and if you've put yourself, well, first off, hopefully you didn't put yourself in a position where you took on too much risk buying tops, because then of course the emotional pain is brutal. Like if you're buying at bad location in the first place, then you're going to be well underwater now, and it's going to be painful. And so that's why lesson number one is trade location, right? Like you got to train yourself to only buy in good location. And also, I mean, well, lesson one's really have a plan first. And then in that plan, if it's an investment plan, it should probably be very specific about what location you're willing to buy. And, I mean, just sticking to classic reload zone, Brian Beamish, fib range. That's enough right there. But you have to follow it. So you have to, you would have had to have your bids working right now. Like, and I mean, I could go on I could show you 50 plus times where I just got filled over the last couple of days. It's hilarious. My phone was just going off when the notifications, I was just laughing, going like, holy shit. And I suppose, so there's the panic dump side. Hopefully nobody's in that position where they feel like they have to panic exit here. And I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but I know that the times that I've panic exited markets before I knew better ultimately ended up being some of the most painful trades I've ever taken, because then you got to watch the thing go 100x after you panic sold. That is like so brutal. It's one thing to miss a trade, but to actually paper hand the bottom and then watch something go that is just, that for me, that's the shittiest feeling in trading. And hell, I did that at the end of 2016 with Ethereum, and didn't know anything about trading really. I had owned crypto because I knew about crypto, but I panic sold the Ethereum bottom, man. Holy shit! And to this day, that's a painful trade. Fuck. So I don't know if things are going to go up from here. Excuse my language. I don't know how high things, I'm just sticking to my plan. I like I said, last year was the accumulation year. We think that the Bitcoin halving cycle will play out very similar to the past cycles. When we see weekly W's in good trade location down at the bottom of ranges, that's usually a good sign. After the accumulation period goes on for a year or so, you start to see the majority of altcoins transition into like weekly bottom looking charts. Many of them have taken off. And then all of a sudden, bam, dips into reload zones just recently. That was that, like, what might end up, this is the beginnings of what will end up probably being the last buy opportunity of the cycle, in my opinion. And of course, I'll just stick to that until everything goes to zero. So it's funny. It's like, because then I was going to say it sucks to like panic sell. That's painful. It's also kind of painful to even just getting filled on these blood in the streets type trades. Like it sort of makes you a little queasy to be like, holy shit, I'm going to buy this piece of shit cryptocurrency down here after it came off 40% in a day or something. That can be a little bit emotionally challenging too, but that's why we have a plan, and our plans, well, at least my plan says I'm risking to zero on these trades. So basically now I just have to live with the results, right? If everything goes to zero, then I was just wrong, and at least I followed my plan. I lost the money that I put at risk, that I committed to risking, and I'll just walk away and try again the next time when weekly W's come in again. Like if that, maybe crypto goes to zero, does crypto just die here? I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen, but like, that's what it would take. It would take like crypto to die. Well, fuck, then I'd still go trade something else actually. So it wouldn't really, but point being, my plan can't change. It's just either crypto goes to zero and I'm wrong, or I'm laughing down the road and at least making a little bit of money. Personally, I'm not feeling like I'm going to lose my money here. But we'll just see. And all I'm going off of is purely just charts. Like, I'll just look at a couple just to, let me actually, because I am just ranting, but I wanted to just, let's just state some of the obvious things. Like, clearly Bitcoin came up into all-time highs and hasn't been able to get outside all-time highs. So it's, that's in general, we'd call that like a range reclaim. It's kind of looking a little bit reclaiming of the range, right? It's not trending higher here. And so nobody should have been buying Bitcoin right here as an investor. Hopefully nobody was doing that. And and also nobody should have been too surprised that like lower time frame shorts were on the table here and stuff. So if you're in there trading and getting short, that was a pretty smart move. But the point is Bitcoin can come off a lot more. So, and not even break its uptrend. So altcoins already got like just annihilated over the weekend. But look at Bitcoin barely even did anything. It's truly not even breaking the structural. I think on some exchanges it might have taken that low out, but on Coinbase here, it didn't actually even break the. I mean, that's an M, right? It's not the most beautiful M ever, but we have basically a potential M here. But that's still potential. It didn't actually break out. So really, we're just still range bound for the moment inside of this sort of topping range pattern. But there's no real reason why there's a just giant fair value gap here, and then the pump chaser zone's way down here, and that's the sort of next support. There's no reason why we can't just sort of keep grinding lower down into 38.2 here, and then altcoins are going to come off a lot more. So just, I wouldn't, me personally, I'm not going to spend the entire wad here. Like, I'm not going to try to get fully allocated here because I am expected, like I said, I think earlier, I do think lower lows even from now in altcoins. I think it's still super likely. Especially on some of the, there's, many haven't come back as far. Some of the super high flyers didn't come all the way back down to reload zones, although some did. Like ZRX is a funny one we could look at. Whew, this thing came off hard after rallying very hard. But point being, probably expect even lower in Bitcoin here into the rest of the month and into the halving, maybe even just, we'll see. And if we're bulls, like if you're a Bitcoin bull, you should see some sort of support down in the gold box if we get down that far. So really the next W or kind of consolidation Ws and stuff are going to be the sign of whether this trend's still up. But at the moment, I don't think you can argue we've broken out of the cycle range yet. So we're not trending higher above the all-time highs. We're just getting rejected. Me personally, I'd happily love to see a retest of this area because that kind of recharges Bitcoin so that it can rally harder afterwards. But also that will give us a lot of blood in altcoins, and we can really actually take advantage of the buying opportunity, in my opinion. And then things will probably turn back to the upside. I'm not saying Bitcoin will or won't get into RLZs. Paul was just talking about that. Like it's possible Bitcoin shoots all the way down to 38,000, and that's going to be a very ugly. People aren't going to love that at all. But if you just try to stay in the context of that's a buying opportunity for Bitcoin. Hell, if Bitcoin makes it down here, that is you could argue that's a gift. I don't know. I mean, Bitcoin might not have the same upside as altcoins, but geez, if Bitcoin does make it down there, that doesn't even really change the structure that much. Like if we came all the way down here, we're still not taking out these key lows here that would really break the trend. We could easily come down there and bounce, and we're still making higher highs and higher lows. So nothing about this like cycle is looking bearish. It's just a question of can you stick to your plan, and can you step in when everybody else is panicking? Because that's the kind of market we're in here. Is they're going to try to shake everybody out. You can either get shaken out or buy the dip. But anyway, that's Bitcoin. And the only point I wanted to make is obviously that's very short. Like that's short trade location. Bitcoin's in weekly short trade location right now, so we shouldn't really expect. I mean, we should have been expecting what happened. Is all I'm saying. And look, barely nothing really happened in Bitcoin. Ironically, like it just sort of dipped down to the bottom of its current range. But we should be expecting this kind of dip in altcoins when we see Bitcoin looking like this. And then if you kind of go and look at some of the other big things like Ethereum, I mean, even more just ran up into 78.6 and got completely rejected here. So that's not particularly investor bullish either. Like you shouldn't have been buying Ethereum up here. And now we actually have a very much of an M in Ethereum. So point being is we had short location on the bigger names. Shouldn't have been, and then altcoins were running hard, but kind of running out of gas. None of this should be a surprise at all. In fact, hopefully you're anticipating this and had some bids working. On the positive side, you can see where Ethereum stopped, just slammed down into 38.2. So we already got pump chaser zone tests and it's showing some sign of support there. So that's a good sign. You know, like, and if Ethereum's still in an uptrend, we should see some sort of consolidation here and maybe W's to push it higher. Reload zone's not that far away, and sure, even same kind of thing as Bitcoin. That's Mountain Man right here which essentially is like the range breakout level. I mean, there's clearly a range below here that was taken out. Like we had this nice like ascending triangle, broke out and started trending higher. And if we slam down into Mountain Man, that's at like 2150. That's how much support must be there? I'm thinking there's probably a fair bit. I'm not saying it couldn't blast through, but man, any moves down into green boxes aren't particularly bearish. What did people say? That's bullish selling. I always think that's funny. Bullish selling. But I mean, it is. That's certainly not a time to panic sell your Ethereum heading into support there. Of course, this isn't financial advice. Don't listen to me. Just based, you know, just in my experience, I don't think that's a place I want to be panicking and selling Ethereum. So that's Ethereum. And I was going to mention, well, Ethereum, Bitcoin. So, well, anyway, backing up a bit. Yeah. So it's not a surprise the Bitcoin's rolling over, or Bitcoin really. And you saw what happened to altcoins. So yeah, that's great. Maybe you got some fills. Expect probably lower lows if Bitcoin rolls over further. And I think that's shown here in the ETH Bitcoin chart. Just the fate of altcoins is still sort of down at the moment. Like, I mean, if you used Ethereum versus Bitcoin as a proxy for the altcoin season, which I think is fair, I still think this is the bottom in altcoins, is when Ethereum versus Bitcoin's down here and maybe gets a W on this side of the trend line. We've just been walking this trend line down for a while now, and we're starting to lose that kilo. Actually might even close down there today and probably see dips down into here. So, you know, this is kind of a bottom in the green box would probably be a good bottom for altcoins. We'll see how that goes. And I guess I had a couple other big names on here. Just I'll go through them quick because it's just interesting to see the pump chaser zone tags on the bigger names. Like Solana ripped down into pump chaser zone and caught some support. And against the, I mean, this is what could happen to Bitcoin, right? Like, so this is that fair value gap that Bitcoin had. I mean, kind of. It's not as big as Bitcoin's very much a fair value gap. This one was small, but point being, there was like open air here with this last consolidation period around 50% level in this case. We just sort of ripped down into it and bounced. Might still have to bounce around more, but like that's kind of what could happen to Bitcoin. But Bitcoin's a bigger drop. I mean, like going back to Bitcoin, see this hole right here. What if Bitcoin just rips down into 38.2? That's 51,500. I could see that just whoom, bam, just come down and hit that and just fill in this open air right here. So, but Sol already did that and relatively promising, I'd say. Like, now it's not really investor buying opportunities in Solana, but like it's nice to see a little bit of support there. But I mean, hell, I have these drawn on here because we were talking about divergences. But like, I mean, that this is like a classic range looking top, right? Just red box came up in the red box, hit 78.6 and saw resistance, and then you look down and you start seeing potential divergences in RSI, and now we have confirmed, well, at the end of today, if things stay similar to this, we'll actually confirm that M in RSI and confirm the divergence and also confirm a little M in OBV. And so any bounces now up here again become shorting opportunities, you know, and if you're a range trader. So the divs are in. Doesn't look good for the big names. That's kind of my point. So this is another reason why, like with the shitcoins, probably shouldn't be too surprised to see lower lows later as Solana still has to grind down. And I pulled up like FTM as an example, slams down into 61.8 and found support. Like that was one that just pulled all the way back into support, but it's finding some support, so it looks relatively promising. But could easily just sort of spend some more time down here finding a bottom, which will also probably make the broader altcoin market keep dipping. And then I had Arbitrum because wow, I did buy Arbitrum. I didn't buy FTM. But like, this is like just, I mean, this is what we want, man. If you're a buyer, you just had your chance. I mean, just right down into the old W and 78.6s and stuff. And then, I mean, what a what a what's the right word? What a retracement. That's the correct word. What a retracement that was. And so that was a good. And Arbitrum's a little newer, and I don't know, considering past history that might not be here on Binance. I'm not exactly sure, but nonetheless, anytime I see a W around 78.6, going forward, I'm gonna try to buy it. So, but I just pulled up a couple layer twos just to kind of get a perspective on some of the bigger names, and like OP was another one I just thought of, and I just same thing, just slammed down into reload zone and found a little bit of support, but against the previous W, I didn't buy this one. I mean, we'll see if the market is still strong, then we probably should see pretty good bounce off that level. And really, that's such a good place to work your bids going forward. Anytime you can find W's, previous W's, and in a current reload zone and pull those backs into that. I mean, those are great buy the dips. That's what we mean. When I say buy the dip, that's what I mean. I mean, on Twitter, people think buying the dip's like a 5% pullback, but for me, a buy the dip is into the previous structure, basically. And just some of the fills I got right here. I'll wrap this up here in a few minutes, I guess, and we'll get on to the plan. But I mean, there's so many to talk about. These are just some that I highlighted, and like a couple. I mean, me personally. So to be clear, like I'm buying 61.8s on a lot of these that especially if I've gotten a double already. Which, like Matic, I didn't get a double. Actually, I didn't quite have a double here. My entry wasn't that great last time. But in general, I'm sort of buying 61.8s with like a small nibble and also 78.6s and 88.6s, and I'm just kind of nibbling in. And then I'll wait for a weekly W to come in again and probably add. But 61.8 is the more aggressive approach. And so, like, you might have to take some heat if you buy 61.8s. Just, I'm okay with that, but I'm not saying everybody else should be, because I'm also pretty good at averaging in. It's sort of like a dollar cost averaging thing. But anyway, like Matic is a pretty classic one that just look how it dumped all the way into the W, like just right into the W, just boom, and then found support. And hell, I wouldn't be surprised to see doubles off stuff like this. I mean, a double's just up here. So, well, it's like, in the case of Matic, I guess it's got to get all the way up to the old highs. But even still, I wouldn't be surprised to see doubles being banged out here in the next few weeks on some of these kind of fills. Me personally, I'm sort of averaging in. I'll be in around 78.6. And if I can get averaged in around 78.6, then that's my general goal. But that was one that just and Matic zoomed out. This is actually cracking, but Matic's kind of an outlier a little bit in that I don't like. Look, Matic has lower down. Like if we look at like Binance, you could see how Matic, if it does start, so it is good location in the sort of medium term. But if it starts making new lows here, then it's got a lot of room it could backfill. So, but nonetheless, that's a great example of pulling back into a previous weekly W. And maybe I'm not going to go through all of these. I'll just pick some of the cooler ones. I mean, I'll talk about Gods Unchained just because it was a funny one that I've been waiting forever. Talk about patience. I just, hopefully you see the similar thing. Weekly W's back here. OBV was already in divergence and stuff. I had these bids working since like back here. Like you can see my fibs aren't even updated because I worked that bid somewhere back in here. Didn't get filled there. Now I've gotten 2 fills and still have a lower one closer to 88.6, but just business as usual, buying into the previous weekly W. Of course, these look like shit now. Like look at RSI and divergence, OBV and divergence, potentially. It's a potential divergence, not confirmed yet, but I mean, altcoins look like hell right now. I'm not saying they look like they're going to rip tomorrow, but they are ripping it in. I mean, they are dumping right into my levels. I mean, hell, like XLM, I talked about XLM forever, and I know people aren't that excited about old Dino coins like XLM. But I mean, I remember talking about how beautiful this chart looked back in here. I mean, nice W's the whole bit, and did get doubles off on that move. And then actually even reloaded back here at 61.8. So I've been reloading all the way since back there. But then sure enough, I just patiently got my 78.6 fill recently and have another one lower. And I'm just, I'll get all those probably. Maybe price even comes down a little bit more. But it's just a perfect example of patiently. And keep in mind, I have a second car now. You know, I got my first car here. I'm adding to my second car now. Hell, I have XLM left over from back here. So anyway, that point being, if you're that's what a bottom looks like. I'm not saying the bottom is in, but every nice looking crypto or chart bottom stocks or whatever that I've ever seen looks a lot like this. You know, if we have like a previous cycle run up and then we've just sort of went through a painful bear market, go into accumulation year, start putting in W's, probably bang out some probably bang out some doubles as we sort of frame this kind of rangy kind of accumulation area, and probably get to reload once or twice before the real bottom comes in. But man, that looks like the classic bottom. So I mean, it's just all I can really say is that my bet is that prices are higher down the road, and I don't know for sure. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Fuck it. Maybe I'll pick like one or two more before while Paul's getting set up to. Of course, then he'll go. I mean, like I said, we got like, I think I saw 14, but I bet I wouldn't be surprised if there's more than 14 fills, at least on the altcoin or the Road to Financial Freedom plan. And that plan is it's no different than my plan, other than I'm just a little bit more complicated about my entries in the Road to Financial. And I'm also not just focused, you know, we're focusing sort of on the bigger cap coins, but it's all just about buying levels. And like I was saying earlier, just if you learn how to establish, I mean, this is the perfect chart, but you just got to learn that the cycle, you know, every asset sort of trades in this kind of nature here. I mean, and if you can draw your fib ranges off the previous move and just wait for a good location, which is, you know, 61.8 and below in general, but you could see how 61.8 buys here were pretty aggressive. Like, sure, you might have gotten a little bit of profit out of a trade or something, but like 61.8 is the most aggressive. And when you're heading into a potential bear market, not the best place to be buying, but if you can kind of learn this sort of rolling out bottoming process, you know, end of bear market, accumulation bottom, and then try to get long in the accumulation bottom. If you can learn that and then be disciplined enough to follow it, then every 4 years or so, you should be pretty happy. And also, I was thinking, you know, keep in mind, crypto's like, I don't know what the future of crypto is going to look like. I mean, all I do know is there's like way more altcoins now than there were when I first got into it. And there's probably going to continue to be more. And it's going to become harder probably no matter what, because there'll just be more names, more shit to parse through. But like, I mean, this is like an emerging asset class, right? It's not going anywhere. Like, crypto's not going away at this point. So should be you know, you're getting a potential buying opportunity right now and probably can still sneak into the upcoming bull market. And then a couple years from now, there'll be another bottom coming in. So you might as well learn now either way. If you want to do this, I'm not saying, assuming you're wanting to do this. So anyway, I wanted to show ZRX because, man, this is like, what a dip. I mean, this is a fucking dip. And like 78.6 is even chasing a bit, to be honest. There's still plenty of downside, plenty of room to move lower. But man, this thing had ripped so hard. Just fell apart here all the way back down into 78.6. And arguably into the weekly bottom. I mean, you can see the weekly bottom is actually a big ass W here. But I mean, you know, there's a big old bottom. And then now we've just come right into that level, basically. It didn't quite hit it yet. So I bought some ZRX there. And I still have a bid. So wow, and ZRX, I don't know. I don't really follow it, but it's an old favorite of mine. It's just one that's always performed. I mean, in my mind, like, I'm not saying it's going to turn around right here and go straight up, but what an opportunity to buy here. And still you don't have to, like, I don't think you got to rush in and grab it right here. I mean, just be patient. Probably going to see lower prices. So anyway, let me look at the comments here. Some fire in the movie theater. Yeah, cool. I don't know what you're talking about exactly, but yeah, somebody was yelling fire in the movie theater on Friday. And man, it was crazy how I mean, it was funny because I was literally just rambling on about weekly bottoms. Literally, I was talking about using OBV and building a setup for weekly charts about buying the cycle bottoms, and I started getting alerts, and so I wasn't really paying attention to the chat or the news or anything, and it was just markets are funny because I don't even know the specific news event or whatever. Man, you can just feel it in markets when something happens. It's like you could just see that there was something happening. And of course, a bunch of people got liquidated on their longs and whatnot. And right away, you just start feeling people getting panicky. It's weird. It's a funny thing how markets it's like the charts tell everything. They like show everything right in real time. It's wild. Which is why I argue you're better off just trading technical setups in general, but that's just me. Save yourself all the headache of trying to. Well, I shouldn't say that, but there can be a lot of headaches involved with trying to read the market outside of just waiting for, like, if you're trying to buy altcoin bottoms, I swear just waiting for these W's and stuff is a lot easier than trying to understand macroeconomics. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, Paul, really, you could jump on. I could certainly spend plenty of time going through all these fills, but I don't know. They all should look basically the same. I could click on any of these and you'll see the same kind of things, like this CeeLo buying 78.6 as it dipped down into 78.6. ICX, same thing, you know, little cheeky weekly W down there. It basically came down into that 78.6 and weekly W level. Didn't quite make it all the way down there yet. And you can see how buying 61.8, I'm taking a little bit of heat, but I'm all right with that. And buying 78.6 as well. And really, most of these all have a bid down here. I don't know why I don't have on maybe I just didn't put my line here. The funny thing is I got to log all these shit. I have to like log all these trades now.
Well, some Romanian, hello everyone. Some Romanian people, members have more than 300 orders to log. So
Jesus.
Yeah.
I probably know who
some
that
people
is.
take some people, yeah. Some people take this thing really seriously. I love to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. I only have like 50 some, so I guess I got to step it up.
Well, okay. So,
let me
people could see my screen.
I got it on my other monitor. I just got to drag it over.
Okay.
Oh, let's see here.
Well, hopefully the image will be nice and clean. Okay.
Yeah, it looks good.
So guys, I'll start with Bitcoin on weekly. Two version. Indeed, like Kevin already said, we didn't manage to stay above 69. That's a fake out in my view. We closed 1 week, second one, and probably this week will close below. That's not looking too great for people who want in the halving more than 70K, 80K, 100, and so on. The market is not working how they expect. Yeah, we had AB equals CD completed here. A nice and clean, bullish environment until a couple of weeks ago. But let's think where we want to buy. Yeah, I'm still more bullish than the most of the moon boys. 2024 is buy the dip. But let's look at, if we take the overall, we have the pump chaser zone. We have the long-term trend line here, yeah, at 52, 50K kind of area. Wyckoff check at this level. If you're looking straight up, well, we didn't manage to go back down. So I think we have some levels to watch. And sorry to tell you, but I told you so on Twitter multiple times. No, I'm not talking about Crypto Traders Arena, guys. honestly, I'm really proud of this community. I didn't hear too many people complaining about the dip. I got more messages saying that I have 20 orders in, I have 50, I have 100, things like that. So I'm proud of our community, but in general was pretty scary for the general public. Well, let's go back. Palm chaser zone here, and I don't know, it's possible long reload zone a lot lower from the entire range. I said I'll patiently wait to buy Bitcoin back in the long reload zone. I'll get that level? I don't know. We'll wait and we'll see. But don't think that it's over. Everyone, well, buy the dip, buy the dip. Don't buy the dip if you don't have that in your plan. I know. Let's just think about this dip. It's the all-time high from February. The high from February, no? So you are not buying a big dip. just think about that. Yeah. Even here, 52K is the level I sold at the high. I want to buy that blindly to buy that level again without thinking about a clear setup. No, I don't want to do that. So overall, if Bitcoin will hold 60K, I'll go to the other chart. If Bitcoin will hold this level, well, okay, we can bounce and we can go a lot higher. But if Bitcoin will lose 60K and will test 48 and then 43, 44 kind of idea, you can imagine what will happen with most of the altcoins. We'll have exceptions, yeah, but there'll be exceptions. A lot of them, they'll do new lows. And now, because I talked too much about the weekly, let's go and see why I don't recommend, and I told multiple times, I don't recommend to remove your order from Binance if you put the order all the way down. You know, we talked about that last week or 2 weeks ago. And let's take, for example, Anfi. We had a limit order here and another order here. We said, well, let's keep both of the orders. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get a fill. Well, you can see we got the fill here. We got the fill here. We have 1 full percent now. Now we can do an average. We can do whatever we want. We can put separate, sell half on a double, or we can do an average and put only one order. Idea is we got a lot of coins. And we'll definitely get, 99% will get sell half on a double to get our free position. That's why I don't recommend to remove the order from the market. When the market was here in the top, if you remove the order from this level and you try to put it back in, well, Binance will tell you, well, it's not possible, the order is too low. So please don't do that. Keep your orders in the market. If you have them low and really low, just leave them there. On this plan, we should have some free money. Especially, we have more than $100 or kind of, I don't know, 5% free money unlocked in orders. So please keep your orders there. Now, I'll look at the plan. Well, the plan will have the last 3 coins. Our plan, it's in the same phase. Yeah, we managed to change the image here. Nice new one. Was about time. I forgot to update this one from a long time ago. We are still in this part, even if we didn't put 2024 here, but we are still in the same part of the plan. Buying low, selling half on a double, reloading. Only one sell to get free coins and reloading again. That's the part of the plan we are still in, probably for more than 6 months from now on, hopefully. Now, if we'll go to the document and we'll see we have BICO, PIT, and PROM. We should review, and then next week we'll start from the beginning. So let's do that. And after we'll do these 3 coins, we'll take a look at the fields we have on on this plan this week. So I'll start with Bico, no specific order. Nothing I can do here. I can put a limit order here. Okay, I have 0.5 here. Yeah, I could put another order at 78.6. I could do that, but it's not a big difference between 78.6 and this level. So I'll let the order here. Hopefully I'll get a fill, and I'll reassess when we'll get back at this coin. I'll be honest, I don't want to do anything on this one. We have kind of a weekly W here, but not the biggest, the best one, and I think we have good chances to get a fill on this one. So on Bico, nothing to do. Promo, or prom actually. Same kind of thinking. You can see I updated the fibs. If I'll put a 78.6 $6 and then another one at 4.7 where we have the original one, we can do an average, but in the same time, I think we can get this level. 6 months from now on, I could see a fill there. So it's too early to call anything here. If we'll come in the long reload zone and we'll see a W forming, breakout and retest, I could decide to add another order. For the moment, let's just keep this one, and nothing I can do from my perspective. If I'll put the volume profile, well, look at here, you can see the POC is below our order. So if we are lucky, if something ugly will happen, we'll get our fill. New coin, I like that. And Pete, same kind of thinking. You can see this low here, buying at 20 cents, and now we are at 60 cents. Bitcoin is not even at below 60K, and we already dumping aggressively. I could easily see 20 cents. So was an easy overview for me. Nothing to do on all three of them. Just nothing we can do. Okay. Give the orders. Nothing to update on the charts for Miku. Now, I'll take one by one all the fills we got this week. So, Arbitrum, you can see. Nice fill here. Just put your sell half on a double. Yeah? Just put your sell half on a double in the market. You don't know if the market will shoot straight up, give you free coins, and then it'll go back down. So from $1 approximately to $2, well, it's a long way, but who knows? Like I repeated multiple times, after you get a fill, you should go on Binance and put your short level. It's that simple. Yeah, I know a lot of them, we had a lot of fills and it's a lot of work and it's boring, but you are here to make money. Well, respect the plan and do the work you need to do. So on this one, at this point in time, nothing we can do. We have a fill. That's nice. I like it, finally. And we should put our limit order, sell half on a double. I'll keep this order here. Nothing I can do at this point. So update on this one, just be damn sure you have the sell half on a double. BAL, the next one, well, let's zoom a little bit. Well, we had sell half on a double on this one. Well, not quite. And we have the second fill. Well, now we'll have to decide what we'll do. We'll put another shot, or we'll do an average and we'll put only one. Yeah, we'll update the spreadsheet. So I don't want to decide now what I'll do in the live stream, but we'll decide after the live stream, and I'll tell you next week. I'll update the chart, or I'll even put in the channel we have. I think that's the best. Yeah. Well, we'll do an average. Miku remind me that we said that we'll do an average. Well, if we said exactly that we'll do an average and we have the formulas for the spreadsheet like that, okay, we have 1% average and only one shot to sell half on a double. That's the easy way. So we'll do that. We'll modify this one. You keep in mind, you cannot keep this order. You have to cancel this one, and put a new one with a new quantity, half of the coins you have in total. So you cannot keep this order. You have to cancel this one and do another one. Same idea here. We bought, we sold half on a double, and now we have another order. Well, nothing to average here. No, nothing to average here. We got a second fill. We should put the sell half on a double at the respective level, and that's it. Nice fill. I like it. We can go a bit lower. Probably, yeah, but don't think we'll go straight down. We can consolidate, lose the level, fake out to the downside, and then push back up. Dash. You can see, fill. We bought here. We bought, I don't see the level here. I think 31. Yeah, I guess so. I don't have clear data here. I have to go on spreadsheet. So I did something wrong or something. I'll update you. So Miko will definitely remind me that something I have to do here, at least on the chart. Dego, same idea. Look at this one. Well, nice, nice feel here. Well, put your sell half on a double in the market. Be damn sure you have the order. And let's see, maybe we can get, again, free coins. Same idea here. You can see we have a order down below. Let's keep the order there. It's not okay for us to remove the orders. I removed a couple of them because some strong altcoins pumped really, really strong, really nice. So I removed some of them. But in general, not the best idea to remove orders. And you can see we have 30 cents and this is half of the price. I think it's doable really easily. Gala, same kind of thinking. Well, we got a fill, market bounced, Wyckoff check of this W. Well, if this is it and we'll pump higher, well, we already have free coins. We'll get more free coins and we can ride the free coins until the top. That was the initial plan, and let's keep respecting our plan. Okay. Same idea here. Almost everything looks the same. I'll take one by one all of them, but almost everything looks the same. Yeah. We bought, we sold half on a double, we reloaded, we have the fill. Perfect environment for us, for this plan at least. Yeah, it's made for people who don't have time, they don't know too much technical analysis. It's something to help all people interested in crypto. Now, that was our idea. We don't want you to do too much effort. Maybe you don't know too much technical analysis. You don't need to. You just have to respect that spreadsheet. Maybe watch this live stream from time to time if you consider. But working with that spreadsheet, if you know what to do, it's pretty easily. Well, if that's not enough, not a short reload zone here. If you take this high to this low, we touch the short reload zone and reject it. I think we can consolidate this level, but who knows? IOTA. Well, we bought, we sold half on a double, and we reloaded at the same initial place. That's the perfect scenario for us. we should put the sell half on a double at the same place, and that's it. Nothing we can do more than that. Kusama, I hope that's the correct name. You can see. We bought, we reloaded, we bought, we sold, we reloaded again. Perfect scenario. Nothing we can do, just be damn sure you have sell half on a double in the market. Same idea here. Perfect scenario. I know a lot of people said in this environment, even some of them, they DM me. Well, do you really think the market will go back down? Yeah, I do. That's why I'm blabbing away Sunday by Sunday, every Sunday to tell you that I'll reload below. You can see what happened, and it's the second time it's happening. When we began this plan, we had the same scenario. Market was up. Everyone said, well, we'll go to the moon. Well, it's not usually that how the market is working. Let's hunt in the long reload zone. We got a lot of fills. Now we had the same problem this year. Yeah, I think in the fall, maybe next year, we'll go parabolically up. but then we should take the profit off the table. Same idea here. You can see we have a fill finally, so we should put the limit order, sell half on a double. Mina, we bought, we sold half on a double, we reloaded. We touched that level? I think so. Well, yeah, seems like it. Let's see if we have this one. Come on, just go away. Yeah, exactly on the dot. Maybe we got a fill, maybe we don't. We didn't got a fill. Some people got. If you put exactly 006, probably you don't have a fill. So keep your order in the market. You'll probably get one. Well, our friend, I know Zach was really bullish on this one and behaved exactly textbook. Yeah, consolidation, range. Yeah, buying the bottom of the range. You can see buying bottom of the range, push higher. Okay, without us, well, it's not a big problem. Now we have a fill. We should eliminate this one? I think not. We should keep it. Who knows? Maybe the dev will say, well, I'll quit. And then next day will say, well, I was hacked. I'm not quitting, actually. Just my Twitter got hacked. Pretty easy. And we'll get that dip. It's that easy. I had a commentary on Twitter, and I honestly don't know where that is and why. I have that commentary. I asked people with access on our account, and they said, no, I didn't do that. So I had to remove access. I had to update passwords to check everything. Seems like everything is okay, but people who know us, they know that we'll not scam our members. Okay, so we got a fill here, sell half on a double, pretty simple. But nice level on peer, nice level. Not too many people were expecting to get back at this level. And you can see it was pretty fast. Retesting the middle of the range, that's why we discussed this one and said, well, I think it's viable for me. The market should retest this level at some point in time. I wasn't expecting so fast. And Bitcoin be staying above 60K, that's a bit scary, I'll be honest. But for that scary scenario, I have the other limit order. Well, I don't have too many of them. Q2, same kind of thinking. You can see here, we bought, we sold, we bought again. We should put sell half on a double. Textbook. This is our favorite environment. I'll be honest, I'm like a child playing with the toys in this environment. I really love it. Everyone is scared, but it's a buying opportunity. Okay, buy. We have another order down below. You can put a sell half on a double on this one. You don't know if the market will reject and it'll give you free coins. You should be damn sure you have the order in the market, just in case. I'll remove this order. Well, why? Let's keep it. Sushi, same kind of thinking. You can see. Bought, and we said we reload. I think so. Yeah, we have the order a bit lower. I think this was our order. I'll have to check on the spreadsheet. Onfi, we discussed why. This was the perfect example why it's not a good idea to remove orders from the bottom. And you can see we test this level. We can test lower. I think so. Why not? Why not? Could go really close to zero. And the last one is Wi-Fi, and you can see we bought, we sold half on a double, we reloaded, and I think we can put another order to sell half on a double, and we have free coins. Hopefully we can repeat this process more and more and more until we don't. But for the moment, the perfect scenario is here. We have 2024, halving is upon us. We have a couple of days. Market is dipping. We should be buying. Yeah, we should become, from this level forward, we should become greedier and greedier. If I'll see Bitcoin losing 60K, 50K, I'll be honest, I'll deploy 80, maybe 90%, depending how low Bitcoin will go from my capital in dollar cost averaging strategies and buying 88.6s and things like that. That's it. You cannot get better than that. I know, yeah, it's a war and everything. Every time is different, a different reason. But the market is reacting the same, almost the same. Yeah, I don't want to pinpoint fingers to the people that they said this time is different. Yeah, it's a slightly different, but it's the same. It's almost the same. It's not repeating 100%. Well, I don't know how to tell you. Last time was COVID. This time it's the war. But I'm not okay with the people becoming bullish in the top. The same people, let's keep my mouth, same people that they said Bitcoin will go lower after Bitcoin got below 20K. Just compare it. Well, the same guy who said that below 20K is not a good opportunity to buy because the market will go below 10, is telling me to buy above 40K, above 50K, above 60K. It will be a good strategy to listen to a guy like that because this time is different. Well, guys, it's up to you. It's up to you. It's your money. I'm not a financial advisor. If you like what we are doing here in Crypto Traders Arena, please share it with your friends, bring more people to us, and we'll try to help them. Yeah, honestly, I'm really proud how 90% of our community behaves. Most of them, they DM me and they DM gladiators to ask about limit orders and what they should buy, if they should exceed their limit. I had someone to ask me today, well, I have the max allowed to buy. I should break my rule and buy more. Well, after you sell half on a double, then you can buy. Don't break your plan. Maybe you bought a bit too early. So I'm really proud of you guys. Honestly, we put a lot of time and effort in this plan, and not only in Crypto Traders Arena in general. And you know, some of you know me from the beginning when we start with 10 people. I'm proud seeing people getting greedy in the deep. It's that the deep and will not go lower? I don't think so. And most of you know that. Well, that was my review. I don't know. There are too many coins to do a proper review, level by level. We'll do this live stream more than 2 hours, and I don't think that's the point to lose your time. Yeah? Honestly, we are trying to change something and do this live stream shorter, below 1 hour. We'll see. Maybe in the next couple of weeks we'll manage to do that. But I don't think you need more than that. Just to see the orders, sell half on a double is pretty easy. And I don't know if Miku already did that on the spreadsheet, but I think he did it. And if not, he will do it until tomorrow, probably. So you'll just go on the channel, look at the spreadsheet. Yeah, spreadsheet is already updated. So nothing you can ask more than that. Just go on the spreadsheet, look at the levels, where you should put your shot. It's already calculated, it's already there. Just copy and put your orders in Binance. It cannot be easier than that. Why a lot of people, they are not following that plan? Well, you should answer that, not me. I know why, you know why, but it's not our business. We'll help people that they want our help. It's that simple. We cannot help everyone. There are some people, they just don't want help. They just want to feel some emotions, to be able to complain when the market is going down. They'll feel a comfort to someone to tell, well, yeah, you lose your account again. Well, that's hard. Has to be hard for you. And it's the 7th time he's doing the same fucking mistake. Well, you don't have any excuse in my face. You just don't. Learn your lesson and do better next time. It's that simple. I'm blunt. I'm too straightforward, but that's the reality. That's why we have 80-90% of people losing money and the rest of them making a lot of money. Okay, we have 1 hour already. I don't know, Kevin, you saw the chat. We have any requests?
No, I don't see any. I mean, if anybody wants to look at something, we can, but so far nobody has.
Well, if they'll decide to put in the chat your request, please, because we'll take a look. We still have some time. We have a new giveaway. Now, it's a good way to, I don't know if promote ourselves, but we got a habit to do some giveaways. We'll do a big one in a couple of weeks, but until then, we have a regular one. So 1 month premium membership, $50 or 2 prizes of 25. Simple things: follow, like, repost, and tag 3 friends. It's a nice way to participate and make us visible on Twitter. Now, well, we have call with Bonk and Kumino. I know that name, Kumino, from Wednesday show with Brian. Okay, let me finish with this one, and I'll go do that. So we have the giveaway. Please participate, even if you don't want the prize. It's not about the prize. It's about reposting and make us visible on Twitter. I think we deserve that. Yeah, I could show you in private or only on Discord some PNLs, some copy trading PNLs from some big influencers, more than 500,000 followers. And if I'll show you that, you'll realize how good we are compared with what we have on Twitter in general. And today I got even worse examples, ugly examples. After you liquidate your followers and your people who copying your trades, it's not okay to say, "Oh, guys, I'm sorry, I'm apologizing." Well, that will not help people. It's just it's not the way it's working. But in my view, they are not real traders. If you are not respecting the risk management, you are not a trader. You are just a gambler, talking nicely on Twitter, telling people that you don't ask me about stop losses. I'm not that weak. Just imagine people from our community hearing that from my side. Don't ask me about stop loss when I'm scalping. It's the first thing I'm looking, where I should put my stop loss when I'm scalping. Okay, let's see what Cole is saying about Bonk. Let's take a look at Bonk. I think we have some Bonk chart. Well, we have the chart, but we don't have too much ink on this one. And I don't think, I'll stay on weekly for the moment. Well, you had a really nice feel here if you put this weekly W retest call, and I think you had that. So on Bonk, nothing you can do more than that. You can see the long reload zone. Let's put the altcoin long reload zone. 88.6 had a tag. That's Kevin level. If you had the limit order there, you have a feel. Is too late now to put the limit order if you missed it? I don't think so. Let's go on daily, because here we can see clearly that the POC is here at 88.6. That's for sure. And on daily, we'll have more details on indicators. Well, I don't see any W for the moment, I'll be honest. I see a retest, a Wyckoff check, call it whatever you want, a retest of the initial W, but I don't see at least a 3-bar fractal on daily to tell me, well, we'll change back bullish. And I don't think it's the case. Well, indicators on daily. Well, we tried something here. You can see on RSI, but it failed. And for the moment, we don't have anything. We can go lower. Yeah. We can test this level, for example. We can test the lows and break the lows. Yeah. What I see here, I see equal lows. You can see this level, hold, a lot of liquidity here. I don't think the market makers or the people who are playing this game will let that liquidity untapped. So I think I think we should spread our levers down below. I could see 88.6. I could see this level. I could see the all-time low. So how people will spread your orders is up to you. I'll try to do a dollar cost average. That's my best plan here. If you want to catch the bottom, people, just listen. It's simple. the best strategy is dollar cost average. Is not a better strategy than dollar cost average. Don't say, well, those dollar cost averaging is for beginners. No. If you want to catch the bottom, dollar cost average. Yeah, make a plan, decide, well, I want to invest in this 1% from my capital, or $200. Well, how much time this bottom lasts? Well, almost, let's see, 24. How much we had here? Well, a couple of months. Put the same amount here and say, well, if we'll form the bottom like last time, I'll buy on a weekly basis or monthly basis at the same amount of money. And I'll dollar cost average until the market will go above 78.6 or 61.8 if you want. But I don't think is the case, 61.8, 78.6. Because this is the real reload zone for altcoins. 61.8 is just an idea. Yeah, on Bitcoin is well respected. On altcoins, well, not so much. You can see it. Is respected as a level bouncing from that one, but the market usually goes lower. Dollar cost averaging here, your way to get a good position. If you think Bonk will do something nice, yeah, why not? Let's see Kuminu. I remember this one from, let's see, we have it when you are? No, I think I have to go on this one. Let's start with weekly. Ooh, looks ugly. Well, we have a range, that's for sure. We had the bottom, we had the weekly W. If we put the volume profile call in, you know me. I'm a simple guy. I'm not a complicated technical analysis. No, simple is better for me. We are in the range. We are trying at the bottom the best level to start dollar cost average. Specific levels, you are better at this game than me, I think, to play the weekly levels. This is the original bottom. This is the weekly W. Yeah, even monthly W here. Let's see. We have the monthly W here. I think we have it. Well, I think this is, you can call it a monthly W. You think this level will be touched again? Candle body close, 2 months on monthly candles, 2 monthly candles, candle body close here? I think so. It's a buying opportunity from now on? Yeah. Where is the bottom? We don't know. So I recommend, if you are not following already our Road to Financial Freedom, dollar cost averaging on your favorite coins. By the way, we'll start, but for premium this time, we'll start a new dollar cost averaging plan on new coins. We'll work next week, and probably in 2 weeks, or hopefully 2 weeks, we'll manage to put that for premium guys. Yeah, so we'll do a new plan, like similar, kind of similar with what we have for Road to Financial Freedom, but new coins and kind of a dollar cost averaging plan, a bit changed. The taking profit area will be probably similar, but it's not exactly the same thing. So Kumino, exactly where you wanted to be called. So from this level lower than this 0022, it's a gift what you get below this level. Because you can see December 22 and until now the market was above that level. If we go below on the weekly basis, daily basis, on the tails, not candle body close, it's a gift. What fundamentally this one does, I don't know. But seeing the pumps and dumps back down, I think you can get easily free coins. The problem I have, I can see it's against Ether, and I don't know how cheap will be the fees. And you saw base, well, the fees are cheap. And you saw when everyone was panicking, the fees were a bit higher, a lot higher. It's up to you. I prefer to play Solana, I prefer to play AVAX, I prefer to play something else and invest on against Ethereum, because it's ugly to try to get out, even to sell half on a double and remove the money, and you'll see the fees are a big percentage from your profit. You don't want that. Not too many things. I could draw the long reloads down here, call, but will not help us, will not. We are deeply in the long reload zone. Probably this level will be a 88.6 or a bit below. We can just test. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. Well, you can see this level is exactly 88.6. Will be that level touched? I could bet with you, but that will not help us. I could bet we'll touch that level at some point in time in the next 6 months. Okay, so we'll try to do a new plan for premium people, for a dollar cost averaging plan on new coins. We already updated something. We have a challenge, 1,000 to 10,000 on spot made by Stefan. Don't think about a spot challenge that will be easy. In 2 weeks, we'll get to 10K. It's not the point. The point is to take it slow and steady on a 4-hour plus time frame, so everyone could follow the process. And if they want to take the same trades, it's up to them. But it's a process. Will take some time until we'll succeed to get from 1K to 10K. In the market condition like this, well, sometimes you'll have an order to think, okay, I have a bounce, or you should be completely on the sidelines in cash waiting for better opportunities. So don't think, yeah, I'll take that challenge, I'll join, and we'll be over in 1 or 2 months. No, will take a lot longer than that. I'm tempted to take a challenge, but if I'll do it, it has to be a challenge for me. So I'll have to start low and to be a real challenge for me. I don't know if I'll have time. After I'll put everything in place, if I'll have time, I'll do it. If not, well, I have enough trading for me. Okay, that was it from our part. I don't see more requests. I see Bonk and Kumino. Cole, I appreciate that you put 2 requests just for us to talk about them. I don't think you need our overview. You are a lot more experienced than most of the people in Crypto Traders Arena. And I knew you from TRI. When I did level 1, you already had some experience. Yeah, everything is looking really nice, juicy, really juicy for us. People who cannot see the opportunity now, well, people, if you don't see the opportunity and you cannot make it an opportunity, just go away, do something else, go and do a daily job, you'll be better. If you panic sold and you are not able to recover now and buy some dips, I don't know how to help you. You are just not made for this kind of market. Especially Crypto Traders Arena people. Guys, we talked about these levels every Sunday. And we said we'll probably get a dip at some point in time. Let's prepare some orders. And to panic when we talked regularly about this one, I don't know. You have to do a self-analysis and think about deeply if you are for this market, or you should, I don't know, just buy the minimum amount on every top 100 coins and just close everything for 1 year. I don't know. It's totally up to you. It's beyond this live stream. Well, Andre say OMG USDT. Okay, I'll do it. Is the last one because we'll exceed 1 hour and a half. And like I said, I'll take Binance. I think you are talking about Omisego, no? I think you are talking about this one. If it's another one, well,
I just bought some of that.
Well, just look at this one. It's testing the lows. Well, let's see where the POC is. You have any surprises here? Well, no, it's exactly at the POC. Could go lower? Well, let's see how low could go. Well, to 0. The high was $20 and you are buying at 6. You don't know what to do? Well, you don't have a weekly W on this. Oh, sorry, it's monthly. Just excuse me for 1 second. we had a weekly W here, a small one, the perfect one, and we just retested that one. Who had the order here, now it's happy. It's 20% up on that limit order. Well, here in this area, it's a good buying opportunity. Looking at the chart and seeing the AB equals CD and straight down, you can, steps up, elevator down. It is that simple, usually, especially on altcoins. I could see a consolidation here, taking some time to consolidate. But if I'll draw, you can see on a monthly chart. I'll go on monthly again. Let's just see the chart. You are at the bottom. Nothing you have a good location. You are at the POC. Let's take weekly. Well, you are at the bottom, testing the lows. 88.6 was touched. Even now, I think, yeah, you can see exactly 88.6. Really nice level. If you are not buying this one, then means you don't think this one will succeed, and you are thinking it's a shitcoin will go to zero before the bull market, not after. Because if you go after the bull market, well, you don't care. You'll have your money, you'll profit off. Really nice, good location. We have more on the weekly? Well, we don't. We don't have more on weekly chart. We have a good location, but should be enough. Keep in mind, 2024 is buy the dip. Daily, we have something else. We had an attempt here, like on many other charts, but nothing. I don't see bullish divergence. This one could go lower on daily. Yeah, could test the lows here. So 20-30% lower. Keep in mind, guys, I'm repeating myself. Bitcoin, it's above 60K, even now. And a lot of 62,800 on my Binance, because I'm short already from that bounce from 60, almost 65. Let me tell you exactly where I'm short of $64,540. I'm scalping short on Binance. So on Bitcoin is still above 60K. People, if we break below 60K, we'll go to 50. Just imagine how nice and juicy altcoins will look. We'll get that level. I don't know. That's why we spread our limit orders. That's why we are stepping down when we are trying to dollar cost average. Is that simple? It's simple. It's easy? No, it's not. A lot of people will manage to fuck it up this time also. People from 2016, 2017 in the market. We had a guy he said he's from 2017. We had to kick him out because he said ugly things. Well, where is the dip? I only take stop losses on Crypto Traders Arena. And Miku said, okay, if that's the case, show me the results, show me your log. If you lost money, I'll compensate you by the cent. You have 24 hours. Crickets, nothing. And we kick him out. We don't want attitudes like that on our community, I'll be honest. Sorry. Looking at the Twitter, well, Twitter is disaster, what you see on that. And nothing we can do about it. I cannot help, we as Crypto Traders Arena, as gladiators, we cannot help everyone on crypto. But we can help our community. I'm proud of you. Let's do it even better. Let's hunt this deep. Let's be patient. Don't overexpose. And hopefully in 1 year, 1.5 years, we'll have something to celebrate. We have 5 minutes. I'll let Kevin say you goodbye or put some thoughts about the market.
All right. Well, there's not much to add, but I was thinking about Bonk. If you go look at Bonk on Dex Screener, you'll see that it is actually in the reload zone off the original lows, which is kind of nice. Oh, I just killed your screen though. So yeah, that if you're
you can go on Bonk.
What's that?
Well, if it's the same Bonk I see on my screen, well, it's at 60. No, not even 60.8. Let's see. Yeah, it's below 61.8. Could go lower. Yeah, looking at the entire chart from Dex Screener, could go a lot lower, and will probably go to that level. Yeah. So I had I didn't have the desk screener option, but looking at it now,
Yeah, it definitely
would
has.
go a lot lower.
I mean, that thing got to like 2 billion market cap or something ridiculous. We'll see what Bonk does in the future. But other than that, I was going to mention maybe check out some crypto stocks this week, just because I did notice like Mara and Riot. This is Riot right here, but they're starting to get into reload zones too. So I've been waiting patiently to buy this. I'm still not in any huge rush, man. Look at this, it's like a big M. But yeah, as a Riot, I still have this kind of sniper level way down here that it's just another 50% off. But definitely want to buy like this one and Mara as well. Mara as it gets kind of down against this trend line. And well, just those two are the ones that I mean, CLSK hasn't come off that much. This one seems to be one of the strong ones here going forward, but it's not dipping as deep. But we'll see. If it gets down lower, I'll buy that one back too. But so anyway, keep the stocks in mind, crypto stocks, if you're interested in that. Other than that, I think that's about it for today. I think the end of the sort of the last statement is just what we've said a bunch, is there probably will be lower lows. So yeah, we're getting this buyable opportunity. I'm very happy about being able to allocate some capital, and I do think there'll be lower prices too, likely. So there's still going to be a lot more buying. So I'm going to try to not overextend myself too early, make sure I have enough dry powder to keep adding here. And we'll see how the rest of the... Well, we'll see how this plays out. We'll see what happens. And I guess that Bitcoin halving will be in 5 days. So I don't know, maybe go party or whatever you're going to do for the Bitcoin halving. And we'll see what happens after that. So I guess that's it. I don't have anything else to add. So I'll just hit the outro here in a second and see you guys all later. Have a good rest of your weekend. And well, that's it. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.